Today is a very special episode because this is my 100th video upload, and to celebrate I'm going to be talking about one of my top 5 fragrances of all time. This is Caban from Yves Saint Laurent, and to find out all about this one, stay tuned to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to another episode of Mags Frags. I'm Paul and this is day 87 of my Fragrance 365 project, where I give my thoughts on a different fragrance every day for a whole year. So today's scent of the day is Caban, which is part of the Le Vestiaire de Parfums line of fragrances, which is the luxury line from Yves Saint Laurent. The line is also referred to as the perfume wardrobe because each of the scents is inspired by a different iconic item of clothing from the brand. This one was launched in November 2015 and the perfumer behind this one is Carlos Benaim. Yeah, so this one is the 125ml bottle size, but it also comes in a smaller 75ml variant. This bottle is really heavy. It's got some seriously chunky glass on it, and you just instantly know that you're handling something a little bit special. Inside, you can see that we've got some amber-coloured juice. And then we've got like a very simple and plain white label on the front with clear text, and we've also got a thin metallic border that runs around the edge. The cap is a mixture of metal and plastic and has a black textured finish that runs around the side, and then we've got this nice chrome plate on the top, and that contains the YSL logo that's embossed into it. The best part about it is that it's a magnetic cap that snaps into place with some severe force, and you can pick this one up by the cap with confidence because the magnet on this one is really strong. We've got a stylish 3-tier chrome atomizer. You see on the front there, we've got this 3-tiered atomizer, and because it's a special video, I will waste a couple of sprays just to show you the distribution on this one, which is really nice and smooth. The presentation on this line has no gimmicks, and what you get is a minimalistic, classy design. It just feels top quality, and it just gives the user a really nice experience, and it fills you full of confidence before you even spray it. So the presentation on this one gets a 10 out of 10 from me. The top notes in this one are pink pepper, elime and black pepper. In the mid we've got olibanum and osmanthus, and in the base there's tonka bean, sandalwood and patchouli. Yeah, so the opening spray from this is basically what you smell 10 hours into the fragrance. There's no off-putting alcohol blast or any citrus notes. This is straight linear and doesn't go off in any other direction, but that's a really good thing because it smells amazing from the start right through to the finish. The first thing you notice is it's very sweet with a large dose of powderiness, but it's a pleasant sweetness rather than being too cloying. This is very tonka heavy, but there's also a faint little bit of spiciness from the pepper notes, and there's also a slight floral accord. It's very soft and smooth, and even though there's no vanilla listed in the note breakdown, you kind of get like a vanilla type sweet creaminess. The first time that I wore this, my sister came around to visit, and the first thing she said was, "I can smell baby powder." And since that moment, it changed everything because this is actually a dead ringer for Johnson's baby powder. And that's all I can smell now when I wear it. But I don't really care because if you've ever done a Google, well, I don't suppose you'll have ever done a Google search, but if you do a Google search for Johnson's baby powder, just take a look at how many people in the comments section have asked if anyone knows of a fragrance that kind of replicates the iconic smell. So here it is. I don't want to do this a disservice by saying that, because it really is a stunning and a unique scent that's been perfectly composed and perfectly blended. This is a genuine unisex fragrance, I'd say, and many people will say it leans a touch feminine, and I'd kind of agree to a certain extent if you were comparing it to the likes of Kilian's Back to Black or even Dior Sauvage. But for me, this is in no way a scent that leans too far feminine for any man to pull off. Yeah, knowing when to wear this can be quite confusing for my little brain to compute. It would be quite easy for me to just say, oh yeah, you can wear this all year round apart from in the high heat, and it's very versatile. It might just be a little bit too sweet for the summer. But when I thought about it a bit further, it's not something I would ever reach for in the autumn and winter either, because the scent profile doesn't suit the colder months. I would say the optimum time to wear this would be during the cool days of springtime, because it's got that cheerful, soft character that makes me think of like a mild spring day when the sun has just started to break through and make an appearance and the flowers are in the first bloom. It's too classy to be a clubbing fragrance, too soft to wear with a work power suit, and too expensive to wear as a casual daily driver. So this is not what I'd call a versatile fragrance. This is more of a special occasion fragrance that I would only wear for something like a wedding. It's what I wore on my graduation day, and also yesterday was my birthday, so it's one that I reach for that day. But apart from that, it rarely gets taken off the shelf, even though this is probably one of my top 3 or top 5 all-time favourite scents. Yeah, if you ever read a comment or hear someone say that this is a weak performer, please skip straight past it or close your ears, because they haven't got a single clue what they're talking about. This is an absolute beast, and I'm not joking. I can take the cap off and just smell the atomizer, and just by the sprayer touching my nose, I can smell this one for 2 hours after. A couple of sprays of this and you're good to go for at least 10 hours plus, I promise you. It's not one of those piercing in-your-face projectors, but you won't fail to notice it. And for the wearer, you never stop getting constant wafts all day. I was in Selfridges in the Trafford Centre in Manchester, and I said to the person that I was with, I can smell Caban. And then I noticed the assistant at the YSL counter with a bottle in her hand. She was about probably 20 feet away. And bearing in mind, there's all the other fragrance counters in there too. And this is the only thing I could smell. It has enormous performance, and anyone who says otherwise, literally hasn't smelt this one. So in summary, 10 quickfire words to describe this scent are sweet, soft, powdery, pleasant, smooth, creamy, slightly spicy, fantastically brilliant. Sometimes we just find our soulmate fragrance. For some people, it could be Leighton by Parfums de Marly, and for others, it may be Baccarat Rouge 540. But for me, it's Caban. And this is what I turn to whenever I want to feel happy and special. That's why on my 100th video, there was literally no other choice. It's not cheap, however, and a 125ml bottle like this one will set you back £210. But for that one special scent that's going to be by your side creating memories for the next few years, it's well worth it. This is a 10 out of 10 fragrance for me, but I'd still always say try before you just go ahead and blind buy any fragrance, because I know this won't be for everyone. We've all got our own different takes. Some people like fresher fragrances, some people like darker fragrances, but this is the one that just kind of like suits what I want. So yeah, that's Caban. Yeah, so once again, that's about it for today's Scent of the Day. Tomorrow, I may be talking about another brand new hot off the press release if it arrives from Italy. But if not, I've got plenty more that I can talk about. And I've also had a request from one of the subscribers to give my thoughts on this quirky little chap here. So maybe that might be tomorrow's featured fragrance. If you've found this video useful, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, it's great to hear your opinions and your critiques on all these fragrances that feature in the 365 project. So don't forget to keep your comments coming down in the comments section, and I will reply to as many as I can. So as always, thank you very much once again for watching and tuning in for these 100 videos. So I'd just like to say thank you for your support, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Bye bye for now.